Today we're going to go check out Infinite Magicraid. It's a brand new mobile game where you collect a bunch of heroes, pick the right equipment and combinations, and then send them to battle in both PvE style campaigns and also battling head-to-head against other players. Today's video has been sponsored by the makers of the game, Infinite Magicraid. Use the link in the description if you're going to check out the game. That will let the developers know that I sent you their way, and use the code linked in the description, IM777, to get a bunch of free stuff in-game. I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and many of you know that in my humble beginnings as a content creator, I was uploading videos for this style of game. Games where you build a collection of heroes, optimize the heck out of the equipment that you want to ultimately put on them, and then smash in both PvE and PvP style battles. Now, this style of game, it's really important to be interested in the art and aesthetics of the heroes, and I've got to say that I like the fantasy vibes that I'm getting here, and I like the different combinations of things that you can go and do. In fact, a couple themes that I've already keyed into is this sort of frost and freezing theme. I've got a little bit of a poison theme going on with my particular team. And of course, there's the good old-fashioned tank and spank. I mean, somebody's got a freaking tank for your team, am I right? The heroes that you collect in this game, of course, come at different levels of rarity. I did get extremely lucky and pick up one legendary hero super early on. They've got that poison vibe going on. And that includes a number of their abilities that basically take advantage of poisoning an enemy and then manipulating the fact that you've got poisoned enemies on the board. So I tried to stack my whole team around the legendary that I ultimately got, but I've found that even the epics and blue quality heroes have been really fun to play with and are really strong, especially when you star them up. Each of these heroes has a really deep backstory related to why they're here, and the thing that I personally am more interested in is being able to go in and optimize the heck out of how they play. And this is where the equipment system comes into play. There are a bunch of different sets of equipment that give you bonuses. There are lots of different stats in this game. Each hero will want or benefit more from certain types of stats, whether that's critical damage, critical chance, having extra hit points, or defense. You get the idea. And I found that I am just absolutely dominating the campaign by virtue of a basic understanding of what is the hero trying to do and what sorts of things will make them perform better. So, for example, on this particular hero, I really wanted to have a lot of critical damage and crit chance, so I've got the crit set, which if I tap over here, you can see that now crit set bonus is right there on the screen. There are many sets in this game. I've already got access to an attack-based set, a defense-based set, hit points, crit rate, as I was just showing you, healing effect bonuses, and I am just in the very early game here. Equipment can also be enhanced. There's different levels of rarity, so I've got an epic level rarity axe here. It's also a 3-star axe. I can enhance it using my gold, which makes it more powerful, and all of this is to make a really, really killer team so that when you battle through the campaign, you absolutely smash. So the way that you get heroes is through the wishing system. If I go back to my town and then I tap into the very center, the wishing center, I can go and I can do some recruitment here. This is where you try your luck and you hope that you get really rare heroes, or in the very least, a hero that works really well with your team. So there are a number of different levels of wishing that you can go and do here. You can see these excellent wishes give me a guaranteed chance for a legendary after some number of summons, essentially a pity system. So let's start with my refined wishes, okay? We'll blast through a bunch of these, see if we get lucky here, and anything good? We got a 3-star, okay. We can wish one more time here, and hey, okay, an epic seems pretty freaking good from the most basic level of wish here. Pretty cool to see that guy. Here he is. Let's check out his Sylvester. Okay, what does he do? Single target damage specialist, debuffs, and turn meter manipulation. Love to see it. I won't review all the details here, but I am pretty hyped to check out how this could potentially change how my lineup performs. Of course, you're probably interested in seeing me rip open the more rare summon, so let's confirm that. We're going to go to the excellent wish. We're going to snap this thing off at the 10x wish. Please hook me up with a legendary. Please hook me up with a legendary. What are my chances here? My chances are pretty slim. 0.5% chance. Okay, if I get a legendary, and I have gotten one already, it'd be pretty legit. Here we go. Come on, baby. Do we get there? Please. Come on. Come on. Okay, I got an epic. I mean, definitely could be worse. I don't have 10 more wishes. We'll confirm that. We can wish this one at a time. I get a free wish. Thank you. I'll take my free wish. Yes, please. What do we got? Ooh, okay. 3-star. We wish again. Please. Deliver me a legendary. Okay, blue. Didn't quite get there. Price? Nope. It didn't get there. Come on. Come on. And? Okay, blue. Those are pretty cool. You can see I like the artwork in this game, right? It's like the fantasy genre. It's like not too over the top for me. And I'm okay. I mean, the dude is holding 2 bombs and theoretically they're already lit. At some point they should blow up. If I stayed on this screen forever, they're not going to blow up, which is pretty funny. But okay, let's just keep wishing. I appreciate the art is what I'm trying to say. I think it looks cool. What do we got? This owl dude. Okay. Glary. I feel like I would have just named him Gary. That looks like a Gary to me. But Glary, I appreciate like the owl thing. Control, shielding, and healing actually does sound really awesome. I think this might be my last wish. Please. Please, I wish for a legendary. Please. Okay, blue. Oh, that's kind of cool looking though. Definitely got some troll vibes. Zold is kind of a cool name. Hairstyle, extremely similar to my own. Beard is maybe a little bit different. I don't know how I would grow a beard like that. Like how do you... Anyways, whatever. Bleed and single target damage. Do I have another one? Another one. Final summon. Come on, baby. Please. Okay. Freaking panda? Is that like a red panda fox thing? Riding a book with a monocle. I mean, okay. Sure, why not? Now, not all of these heroes that I'm getting here are ones that I would plan to use, and what you can do is go to the crafting center and make your heroes more powerful. So, for example, I can hit the Quickcraft button, which is actually behind me. You can't see it. That green screen is probably blocking it. I push the Quickcraft button, and I can actually power up the star level of heroes that I already have. Now, Quickcraft is just showing me a way to sort of blast through some of the things that I've already accumulated. But once you've built up a better understanding of the game, you probably want to pick some very specific heroes that you want to go and work on. Let's just smash the button now and show you how that works. Boom. I upgraded from 1 star to 2 stars, making it more powerful and effective in combat, which I now really need to show you. Let's make our way over to the world map. And this is the main campaign system at the start of the game. I've already battled my way through the first 5 levels of campaign. Each of these is giving me a different reward for the different types of sets that are in the game. For example, the Sword Harbor is where I can go and get the attack set. If I go to the current stage that I'm on, this is where it looks like I'm going to unlock a speed-based or turn-based manipulation set. And this is where we dive into the story. I'm going to skip ahead of the story for now, but what I want to just say as I load into this portion of the campaign is that there is a lot of story in this game. So for those of you that are interested in that, it's definitely here. Let's start off the challenge and we can see what the set does. Speed. Okay. Speed is always really strong in this style of game. Let's smash off a challenge and we'll get this going. This is the team that I really like to use. I'm going to hit battle here and we kick this thing off and hopefully I'm high enough level to actually be able to handle what's here. So this particular battle has 3 waves. There is a series of story leading up to this portion of the campaign that I'm just going to skip through because, I mean, I'm already 6 chapters in. You don't know what's happening here. So we skip this part of the story for now and we get right to the battling. And if I haven't already, I'm going to edit myself from being on this side of the screen, maybe to the other side of the screen, so that you can see the abilities that might have been behind my back. As I mentioned earlier, each hero has a different specialty. So for example, the dude whose turn it is right now, he can do a ton of area of effect damage and plays well with poison effects. So I'm going to tap the second ability here, and I'm just going to smash everybody with the big damage ability, or maybe not as much damage as I actually thought it was. That's actually a little bit concerning. I've got another AoE ability here that's going to stack up a bunch of poison. I'm going to fire that off now. Boom. And I'm starting... Oh my gosh, that legendary hero is absolutely disgusting. I kind of just want to pop off here. My tanky dude, the sword and board dude I was mentioning earlier, has a big AoE. Each ability has some amount of cooldown before you can use it again. So there's a little bit of danger just kind of popping all of these big abilities and firing them off right at the start. But man, the art's pretty cool. as I fire through some of these abilities and battle through these stages, and I am absolutely smashing this. Although now that I've used some of my abilities, may be a little bit more difficult to blast my way through these stages. I'm going to use an ability here that gives me counterattack and an extra turn. So every time they hit me now, I'm going to attack back, which is pretty cool. Let's go to my second hero. This is my legendary. I'm going to try to focus out this little dragony thing, because that seems bad. And here is the tank hero I was mentioning earlier. I can give my whole team a shield, which is pretty freaking awesome. And from there, I've got a hero that's designed specifically to buff the team. That's what she's here for. She's here for buffing and healing. I'm going to fire off a buff now. Boom. My whole team is going to do more damage. We're just setting up for big damage here. And I'm going to do a big AoE frost ability. I guess that wasn't actually AoE. That's single target. My ultimate is AoE damage. Anyways, I froze that one unit in place. You saw my counterattack fire off here. And once you've been playing the game for a while, you actually can put it on a higher speed if you want to blast through this faster. So I'm going to put this up to 4x speed now. And we'll smash our way through. I'm going to work on that poison target. Boom, knocking that thing down. Easy. Okay, here's the boss fight that I was promising you. And this one nearly beat me the first time I did it. So let's see if I can take it out again. Try to smash the boss even more here. I've got her pretty low. I think I'll be able to make it through this. I'm going to do a shield. Please make the ability work. I got afraid and didn't do it. Okay. GG. We're going to do the counterattack ability on myself. Big AoE damage. Pretty solid. And now big damage on the boss. Let's freaking go. Boom. Big damage on the boss. Some AoE damage. AoE damage. And GG. We got him, baby. Tough victory, but we got there. Battling my way through the campaign is really just one of the many game modes here. I'll point out there is also PvP, and even just in the early stages, I get access to an arena where you battle against other people's teams. Those teams are of varying quality, and you rank your way up for more rewards. In fact, why don't I try a match right now? Let's go pick one of these teams to battle against. I'll pick this team that has all legendary heroes, because that actually looks really awesome. All right, we're going to battle against them. I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to smash this out and give it a shot. Now, I mean, the legendary heroes do look pretty cool. They're already going before I am and doing a ton of damage. I'm definitely not concerned. Okay, here we go. Let's use my big AoE damage ability here. And I did all right. I kind of want to shield all my armies, keep everybody alive. So I'm going to go for the shield with my tank march. I'm going to buff up all my damage, and we should survive to the next round and then be able to do some big damage back. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use AoE damage on this character. Very nice. And I'm going to do a big AoE heal. Now, boom, big AoE damage, clean up most of their team, big single target damage, and this should just about finish it out. There we go. I probably could drop it on auto here, but you get the idea. The arena lets you duel against somebody's team designed to do well battling against other players. There are also a number of other ways that you deploy your heroes. For example, one way that you sort of idly collect some loot is by sending your heroes off to do some tasks. I actually have a lot of these completed that I can just collect. As I collect these various rewards, which I can use to level up my equipment or unlock new heroes or increase their experience amount or even just get some raw materials for other parts of the game, I can just send some heroes of different types, quick deploy, send them off, and they do some tasks. So even if a hero isn't a part of your main team or even a part of a special team that you create to go do certain missions, you can still deploy them here and get some value from them. And these missions take varying amounts of time, like that one takes 2 hours. It gives you a sense of how that works. One place where you can spend that currency, for example, is in the market, as I was describing, and depending on what you need, you can pick up different items in here, ranging from actual equipment you put onto your heroes, the heroes themselves, or different things that you can use to power up your heroes. For example, an advanced experience potion is really strong at the start of the game. The more levels you have on your hero, obviously, the harder they're going to hit. And there's even a ton of events, like a shocking number of events taking place in this game. There's so much to do, which I really enjoy the early game grind, where there's just a lot of fun stuff you can blast your way through and content to experience. I've got a series of new player goals that I need to blast my way through. There are events that are taking place right now and a little bit of lore that goes on behind them with different rewards. And there are even other styles of PvE sort of dungeon crawling. If I tap the button all the way on the left, there's actually this kind of dungeon crawler mode where if I show you this one, which I've already beaten, these dungeons reset periodically. There are monsters I have to fight to progress and loot to ultimately get as I make my way through the dungeon. So for example, I'm going to battle over here, and each mission is going to have sort of a permanent effect on my remaining health, on my heroes. So the bigger collection of heroes you have, the better. The more strategically you deploy them in combat, the better. Because over the course of many battles, although this one I could absolutely, wreck and blow all my abilities really early, I may regret having those on cooldown for later fights, just as an example. So I beat that really quickly just to be able to show you how this works. There's a story going on with what's happening here. You can see my remaining health on my heroes after the fight, and now I can light this up to make that golem disappear, and I can progress to the next portion of the puzzle. You even idly collect loot when you're not even playing the game, which is pretty cool. I can just claim loot several times a day. So I'm going to claim my free loot now. Huzzah. I got some heroes, I got some equipment. Nothing too fancy in this particular roundup, but sometimes you get better stuff than others. Boom, we claim it. If you'd like to get some free loot for yourself, then you're going to want to use the link in the description to download Infinite Magicraid. That will not only let the developers know that I sent you their way, but there's also a ton of rewards that you're going to get for the over 80,000 people that have pre-registered for this game. And if you log in over the course of 14 days, you'll get the legendary hero, Margarita, the Deadly Lips. I mean, okay. When you download the game, be sure to go into your little portrait, go to the settings, go to redeem code, and you're going to smash in I am 777. Okay, I am 777 to get free diamonds, coins, and some excellent runes. Thank you again to Infinite Magicraid for sponsoring today's video. Links in the description to download.